got 9 keys now, so only one place left. That would be the timed tasks. And these are pretty cool, but the first few are kind of lame. This one is one of the lame ones. Basically, you walk against the flow of conveyor belts, and that is it. I believe this was my first time ever actually using conveyor belts, and so I had to kind of get used to them. And originally you'd hit this button and then the conveyor belts would switch directions, so you'd still be going against them on the way out, but then I changed it because partially the timer didn't allow it, partially because it just didn't really work that well. This one, also very bland. You just fight the super dark nuts before time runs out. If you have the hammer, it's not hard. This was my first time using super dark nuts, because those did not exist in 1.90. I think this was the first section I made, actually. This are the block puzzles. The block puzzles are simpler, but I think I made these first. This one requires some talking about. So I'm going to have to go through this one twice, probably. But you see the middle there, it says the boomerang equals, and then it shows the block cycling. The blocks will cycle every time that you hit these globe things. So you have to do that in order to get through it. And it's kind of annoying. It doesn't always work very well. I'm somehow getting it to work anyway, but yeah, basically that's a pretty challenging one. Those globe things require a little setup too. Basically with those, I tried to make a fluid animation of this rotating globe thing, and then I sort of decided screw it, and so I had it flash a bit and then it goes backwards. Got very lazy with that. But I spent like a good entire afternoon trying to make that thing look good, so I gave up. And also, that was my first time ever using tiered secrets, and it might also be the only time I ever used tiered secrets. Basically, that's what allows it to cycle between the two different things. This one, again, very bland room. It used to be Octorox on crack. I changed it to Super Dark Nuts again. Very hard to get out, though. This one, we got these globe things, again. We got mirrors. You gotta shoot the wand across these, and if you don't move in the correct place quickly enough, they will block you out. And that's about it. I like this one, though. This one, again, requires some setup. If you look at the top of the screen, you will see backwards facing statue. Shoots a fireball at you, you reflect it, it opens the doors. So, there's one statue that always looks away from you, and it would be that bottom left one. You have to hit a fireball at that. This one is just basically a maze, and my computer is having a hissy fit, I guess. I hate when it does that. Piece of crap. Anyway, and there you get your first key. This place, basically you just have to sort of navigate without knowing where you're going, but then you can see yourself under these certain spots. I think this was sort of inspired by the 3D maze in Mario RPG. It's not the same thing, but it's similar because in that one you couldn't really tell where you were going either. But yeah, let's pay attention to that bottom statue. I keep accidentally hitting it, but whatever, it doesn't matter. This one I kind of like because it's different from the rest. There's no actual timer, but you see the key is slowly heading into that hole in the wall, and you have to stop it before it gets there by doing that. If you don't beat them in time, it will go into the hole, and you'll have to enter the room again and retry it. That actually was stolen from a demo of I think it was the Robin Hood quest in the 2005 Fall Expo. There was something similar to that I really liked the idea of, and so I implemented it myself. And now we got the home again. I kind of wish I could have said a little bit more about each one of those timed puzzles, but I think I said pretty much everything that needed to be said about them. A lot of them took a long time to set up, but I like how they turned out. They're not quite as cool as the minigames, but I still like them. Anyway, this is sort of one final gauntlet sort of area, where you go through the themes of each previous level in order to get to the end. And this one is... it's just a clusterfuck, really. I had to incorporate the themes of all 6 parts of level 3 into this one tiny room. And I don't really think I did a good job of that, but I tried my best. And that red bubble is so annoying. But, if you haven't noticed yet, I don't have the medallion that protects you from ice and stuff. That is so I could have custom bosses actually damage you. So yeah, the ice does hurt you, and most of the sparks in that one other place hurt you. Like the one with the blocks. Just those two that you had to walk over didn't. And I completely walked through the level 4 section without saying a thing about it. Much like the regular level 4, it looks cool, but there's not much to say about it. Level 6 returns in all of its confusing black and white glory. You can get some money if you want it, and the secret here, you gotta use the lens, and let me go up here and get the money. You will eventually find a 2. You use your key in the 2, and pandemonium ensues, I guess you could say. I don't know what to call that. Here we just got some generic hookshotting. Not a whole lot to say about this. This is one of few hookshot puzzles that doesn't involve the ladder, so it didn't have any problems. And this one is probably the most generic of all, but whatever. So now, if you pay attention to the map, I was in the room directly to the left of Ganon. So, but there was a big boulder blocking the way, and now I'm back at the beginning of the game with the big 9 and stuff. There's another big boulder down there. I'm not going to bother showing that off. But there's some other stuff here, like this. There's 2 buttons. Neither of them do a thing. So let's just head over here. And Granpappy in a cage. I guess he got captured again. I don't really know why. Let's go with Ganon knew about his strength from fighting off all those sharks and was playing it safe. I don't really know. But whatever, you beat them all, and somehow that deactivates the security system and he gets out. And this time he follows you, and oh my gosh, he has a sideways sprite. Except I think he had that before, never mind. So you push the buttons together, and once again he disappears without a trace. I wonder what that plot point might be. Anyway, if I head left, I'll be heading towards the end of the game. We've got one last detour to take care of, and it involves a giant double manhandle thing, which I'm just going to beat the hell out of and hope that it doesn't rape me. God, that thing's going fast. And this next room worries me even more than that one did, because it has mirror robes. If you thought whiz robes were bad, you have not seen mirror robes. They can only be harmed by their own magic, which also does a ton of damage to you. Basically, they're the worst enemies in the game. I don't know what else to say about them. And I put them in a room where the magic is going to continually cycle around like this, and it does not hurt them. It only hurts you. They have to be hit directly with their own magic without it bouncing off any other mirrors first. Come on. I hate these things so much. They don't cooperate at all. This is going to take a long time. Come on. How many more shots? Seriously. Ugh, I thought that was the last one. I'm going to have to use a potion here, I think. But let's just see if it shoots me again. Come on. Over here. Thank you. Let's see if this works the way that it's supposed to. No, it doesn't. This thing is supposed to breathe a giant wave of fire at you. And it just doesn't. But it does require the gold spoon to kill. So if you aren't playing the enhanced version, then you're out of luck and you cannot beat this. But anyway, you use up one of your extra keys. You give that Easter egg. Use up the other one of your keys. And we've got Stop and Swap. Hooray! There is no cartridge! Wait, seriously? You really want me to do that? Because I'm kind of playing Banjo-Tooie anyway. Alright, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, but seriously though, what you do is you just wait for time to run out. And... gotta have Totaka's song. So this is where you unlock the speed run. And, yeah, you're not seeing this website. You have to earn that. Sorry, everybody. But yeah, that would be the final secret of the game. I love that fake error message. It won't trick anybody at all. It's very obviously fake. But I still love the concept of it, and the Totaka song that was inserted into it. So anyway, next time, I will be getting through this bitch of a room, and we will see what awaits us after that. See you then.